Friends, welcome to day 7 of 7 days to better sleep. Please join me tonight in child's pose on your mat with your heels tucked under your hips, your torso lengthened and forward, and your arms extended out overhead. I invite you to breathe in this space. Allow yourself time to settle in and become present to your practice and the anticipation of going to sleep tonight. Let's walk our hands over to the right side, gently stretching our left. Some nights, when we just can't sleep, we don't even know why. And the great news is, friends, that we don't always have to know. Some nights we can feel off, and you're invited to just be. Just be with God. Allow yourself to be here and just rest. Walk those hands over to our left side. Gently stretch our right. Romans chapter 8 tells us that in the same way the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. And He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. Returning to center, let's press up to our hands and knees, making sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders, our knees are underneath our hips. While we're here, allow your belly to sink down towards the mat, raising your head, and then draw your belly button up to your spine, curling your back, and let your head hang heavy. As you flow between these two postures at a pace that is right for you, consider that on nights like these, when you don't know what's up and you don't know even what to pray for or how to express yourself, that you don't have to. The Spirit Himself is interceding on your behalf. Tonight, may you rest in this space. May you set your intention on prayer and on being present, even if you don't know what to say. You're allowed to just be here right now and let the Spirit of God do the work. Now lowering down our chest by gently, slowly walking our hands out further from our hips, letting our shoulders dip down towards the ground for puppy pose. Once more, just resting. You don't need to pray. You just are invited to be in God's presence. Let's lift up ever so slightly, just enough to bring our right hand underneath our left arm, our shoulders rotating for a slight twist. Relax and breathe here. Releasing our right arm back out in front of us. Let's draw the left up and under the right, threading the needle on the opposite side. And breathe. Returning to center, let's roll onto your back and reach out with your hands above your head and your feet out in front. And walk your hands and feet over to the right until you feel a nice stretch along your left side body. Take comfort that when you don't know what to pray for, the Spirit of God Himself is interceding for you. Return to center, walk our hands and feet over to the left side so that we feel a stretch in our right side body. And Scripture tells us that He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. That means you, my friend. Returning to center, let's come to our final resting position and leaving your arms extended overhead or drawing them down alongside your body. And as we end our practice and drift off to sleep, may you be blessed by these words from Psalm 4, verse 8. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Grace and peace.